This is a Battlefield 4 weapons review. If you have any weapon suggestions, please leave it down in the comments. If you do ask me to do reviews on normal instead of hardcore, I will politely say no. If you continue to ask and frustrate me, I will say, please knock it off. There will be no weapon reviews on normal, because normal sucks. Enjoy! Hey, welcome ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first video of Battlefield 4 weapons reviews. As in the intro you may have heard, please leave a comment in the comments down below if you wish to see more weapon reviews. Just say whatever weapon and I'll do a review on it. But in any case, this is going to be on two weapons. Mainly because they go hand in hand. This is the SHARE and the GLOCK 18. Now, as you guys know, one weapon I absolutely love, one weapon I absolutely hate. And I don't use that word very often. But, in any case, now, the GLOCK 18 and SHARE, they go hand in hand because the SHARE is close to medium range assault rifle, and it's a very, very good assault rifle. And I'll tell you on what I found to be the most effective loadout for it. Well, I haven't got anything for the GLOCK, so I really can't do much on that. Reason why I say these two weapons go hand in hand is because, of course, one's close to medium range, and the other one is CQB. The GLOCK is very much so a CQB weapon, mainly due to the fact its recoil is atrocious, but it's fully automatic with a very high rate of fire to it. And if you know how to use it in CQB, it's a very good backup. Especially if you're a sniper class, it is a very, very good backup. I actually enjoyed using it with the bow, because, of course, the bow is only one shot, but we're not on that today. In any case, the SHARE is a assault rifle made by FN, or Fabrique Nationale. GLOCK, of course, is GLOCK, but, GLOCKs are kind of crappy. But, in any case, these two guns, they go hand in hand very well, mainly due to their traits. Now, the SHARE has certain attachments to it that hurt it more than aid it. For example, the not the compensator, but actually, yeah, it's the compensator. It decreases accuracy, decreases range, decreases recoil, I think. And no, it decreases stability. So it really doesn't give you any bonuses. That's one thing that really hurts you. Now, the loadout I have is the SHARE with just a red dot and underbarrel grenade launcher. Actually, it's not a grenade launcher, it's a shotgun. Now, this loadout I found to be very, very good, but you're at the mercy of, well, you got to pick between defibrillator or first aid kit, because when you have the underbarrel fragration shotgun that I have, you're at really the mercy if you only have one equipment slot left. But it adds a very, very good characteristic to the SHARE. And now, if you do have this sort of loadout where you have the underbarrel grenade launcher, now you could use the underslung rail like I'm using. Now, okay, there's pros and cons to that as well. Lots of pros and cons. Now, the pros are, it's very quick to switch to. As you'll see later in this video, it is very, very quick, very fast to switch. You don't have to do the whole draw out thing like you do switching different weapons. It's just straight up, press the button, you fire instantly. Now, there are a few drawbacks, of course, because you can't have like a foregrip or anything. Now, I wouldn't recommend even having a foregrip with this gun. It really doesn't help. And I don't know why. I mean, of course, I'm not a big fan of foregrips in the first place, but it really doesn't help all too much to have a foregrip or anything like that on the gun. Even though it says increases the stats by a minute amount, it really doesn't help. It's just better to have the underbarrel grenade launcher because it, well, gives you a third weapon. Especially if you're using hardcore, you know how you run out of ammo very quickly. Considering this gun only has a 20-round magazine. If you're going for the longer, medium-range shots, I suggest going single shot. Mainly for controllability, and believe it or not, you don't have to use the heavy barrel with this gun. Now, this is kind of a controversy. I've been playing with both the heavy barrel and not the heavy barrel. I don't have any barrel attachment currently in this video. And reason being I say it's a controversy is because the heavy barrel, it says it gives you more accuracy, but it gets rid of the stability. And as if you guys already know, the SCAR stability is not the greatest. Now, I've been playing around, and I would say it's not worth it. Do not put on the heavy barrel. It gives you more accuracy, but the recoil becomes atrocious. So there's really no reason to have it on in the first place. In any case, as for right now, the only thing I would recommend to put on your barrel, if you're wanting to do this, if you want anything on your barrel, because preferably you don't want anything on your barrel, you could probably have the flash hider, but have a suppressor. The suppressor does decrease the recoil of the gun, but it does decrease the range, of course, which it's a bit of a trade-off. But for close to medium range assault rifle, if you're wanting to be more stealthy, like let's say if you're playing like the Fuse or something like that, and you really don't want to give away your position, it's perfectly fine to put on a suppressor. It does not disable the gun in any way. Now, onto the thing of the underbarrel attachment. Now, you can have the grenade launcher, or you can have the underbarrel shotgun, which I thought was really cool that you can use both. Personally, I like the underbarrel shotgun because, well, first of all, it's multiple shots. You can have it as a slug gun as a backup to your primary. For example, like let's say you run out of ammo in that very short 20-round magazine of the SCAR H, and you need to still take out a target that's at moderately good range. Use the underbarrel slugs. I mean, just use them straight up. The underbarrel slugs do perfectly fine. Or use the flechette launcher if you're going for more of a CQB sort of thing. Although, if you have the Glock equipped, there's no point in doing so. I mean, unless if you really need, unless there's like quite a few enemies there, then yeah, go right ahead and have the underbarrel shotgun, or for like the flechette launcher. Preferably, if you don't have a stupid server. I'm not gonna say any names. Actually, I am. Please, if you do watch this video, do not join the Fate server. They will ban you if you use anything fun. For example, IR scopes, underbarrel shotguns, grenade launchers, rocket launchers, C4. Let's see here, what else? Oh yeah, frag rounds, a couple other things. I can't quite remember their whole list, but it was complete BS. But in any case, shown right here, as you see the underbarrel grenade launcher, or shotgun, or frag I can never get the name right. The frag launcher, as I'm just going to start calling it, does very well. And if you have some enemies behind cover, and you know the 20-round magazine doesn't last very long, that frag launcher can be great for getting rid of enemies behind walls, suppressing them, really doing some damage. But in any case, for sights, iron sights for this gun are garbage. For the SCAR is garbage, not the Glock. I do suggest just putting on a red dot. Reason why mine is purple is because it's easy to see. But I do not recommend putting on like an ACOG sight or anything that has above 2 zoom, mainly because of recoil and accuracy purposes. It does get a little bit hard to see. I have seen some people use ACOGs and do fairly well with them, but I don't really know. I really haven't confirmed that one all too much. Now, onto the Glock. Now, the Glock is, I believe it has a 20-round magazine along, no, maybe 20 or 15, I can't remember. But the iron sights on it aren't too bad. I do recommend getting like the Ghost Ring or something like that. I do not suggest putting on the heavy barrel, mainly because of the recoil already is atrocious. As you're only going to be wanting to use it as CQB or personal defense, I suggest putting on like the compensator, or if you really want to, put on a suppressor. The suppressors may help quite a bit. I haven't gotten one yet. Now, if you're going for like a stealth class, let's say you have your SCAR silenced, although the underbarrel shotgun cannot have a silencer. Now, that, how do I say it? It can be both good and bad as the same way, because suppressors do hurt you quite a bit, and considering the Glock doesn't have the best of stats, now that could be a heavy trade-off. The good part about the Glock, though, is just mainly if you need something to quickly protect you while you're getting rushed or you're in CQB, like such in this situation, it's a very, very, very good sidearm to have. Especially if you got this rifle. Now, I've said that multiple times. Mainly, it's just they go hand in hand. They really do. But in any case, these two weapons are very, very good. Now, they do have terrible recoil, but if you know what you're doing, just put like a compensator on the Glock, or like a muzzle brake, or something of the sort, and you'll be doing just fine with it. If you aren't worried about noise. Now, if you're worried about noise, yeah, you can throw a suppressor on the SCAR. It won't hurt it very much. You can throw a suppressor on the Glock. Not too sure on that one, personally. Underbarrel shotgun, that's all up to you. You can put on a bipod if you want. Matter of fact, you could turn this weapon into a sort of automatic DMR, if you wish. If you just put on like a bipod, then use the heavy barrel. That's about the only reason why I'd say use the heavy barrel, is if you're going to be using it at longer ranges with a bipod. Go right ahead, because that will aid drastically. For the Glock, however, now if you do that, you could use, a different, you don't have to use like the underbarrel shotgun as I'm using. You use the grenade launcher, whatever you wish. I just prefer this underbarrel shotgun. Now, the reason why I say use the UB shotgun is because when you have the variety of weapons, 3 weapons, you have quite a good arsenal, because you got a close and medium range assault rifle with really good accuracy, and God, throat's getting dry. And if you wish, just turn it to single shot, and you got yourself like a sort of medium range DMR. Right there is probably the optimal range for close quarters. Other than that, anything lower you want to switch over to the Glock, and I'm serious about that. You will fail every time, as I'm failing to select my command. Now, you will fail every time with the CQ or SCAR if you're trying to go CQB. Do not go CQB with the SCAR. It will not work whatsoever. Go CQB with the Glock. Now, as you know, the Glock doesn't have the best accuracy. The recoil isn't the greatest. It goes through a magazine like no other. But if, again, as shown earlier where I got those 2 guys, it does have a very quick reload. I'm still trying to get, other parts for it. And if you guys have any questions about these weapons, leave it in the comments, and I will be sure as hell to answer them for you. Or just leave a comment if you think anything I missed. Or if anything else. I don't use camos on my gun. Of course, I mean, that's all your personal preference. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm going to use this camo. But, oh, God, my throat. Dying over here. But in any case, guys, hopefully you enjoyed. If you do think there's something I missed, please leave in the comments. I'll surely reply back. Along with, I will add that to my other videos. If you guys do enjoy seeing weapon reviews, please leave a like. If you do find this helpful in any way, please leave a like. If you want to see any other weapon reviews, please leave down in the comments what gun I should do. I will do about any of them, because I'm only missing, I think, like 2 guns, and that's because like they're the campaign guns, such as the saw and stuff like that. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for me today. Hopefully you guys were enjoying this video, and I will see you guys next episode.